I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. He signed it into law Saturday. Today, Governor Andrew Cuomo held a formal signing ceremony for the state's new medical marijuana law. New York has become the 23rd state in the country to authorize the use of marijuana for medical treatment. Patients with one of 10 diseases will be able to obtain non-smokable versions of the drug. New York is one of the more restrictive programs in the country. The governor had opposed the use of medical marijuana in plant form, saying the drug could then have ended up in the wrong hands. The first medication isn't expected to be available for at least 18 months. The state will approve and regulate up to 5 businesses that will be authorized to grow and distribute the medical marijuana. An investigation into an alleged sexual assault has resulted in the filing of a first-degree rape charge in the town of Chester. 16-year-old Devon Williams of Harriman is accused of sexually assaulting a 15-year-old girl during a party in the basement of a residence on Park Place, June 29th. Chester police say Williams and the victim were both guests at the party and that the girl had become highly intoxicated. Williams was sent to Orange County Jail on $25,000 cash bail or $100,000 secured bond. A controversial project in the city of Newburgh is in serious jeopardy now that a judge has issued a ruling voiding it. Orange County Judge Elaine Slobod rejected a motion to dismiss a petition that had been filed by opponents of a $26 million housing shopping complex that had been proposed for a vacant lot at Broadway and Lander Street. The firm, Mill Street Partners, had plans to build a supermarket and 91 housing units on the city-owned lot, but the judge, in a ruling, said the project violates zoning rules. Opponents had raised concerns about parking and the ability to draw upscale clientele to that location for rental property. What started out as a routine traffic stop Sunday in Monticello turned into a vehicle pursuit that ended when the suspect lost control of his car and crashed it onto the front lawn of the Sullivan County Government Center. 23-year-old Julio Palmeras of Monticello was then taken into custody after he tried to run off. He's been charged with felony reckless endangerment along with fleeing a police officer in a motor vehicle, obstructing governmental administration, and unlawful possession of marijuana. Palmeras was on parole stemming from a prior criminal conviction. It's called the Excelsior Academy, and it's going to give 50 incoming high school freshmen at Newburgh Free Academy the opportunity to graduate with more than just a high school diploma. Successful participants of the summer school program can earn an associate's degree that can give them a leg up on landing a high-paying tech job while preventing learning loss over the summer.
All of these are opportunities, and it won't cost a dime. Nothing. Okay? That's rare. All right? Even people who go to college and get full scholarships end up having to pay for something, whether it's books, whether it's housing. Okay? You pay for nothing. All right? Now, this isn't a free ride, though. Okay? It takes work, and you're going to hear that over and over and over again.
The Excelsior Academy is part of P-Tech, the Pathways in Technology program. Students are matched with an industry mentor. They take high school and college courses and gain professional work experience. Monticello police say surveillance video caught them in the act, and technology led to their arrest. Police say it happened last Friday when a woman left her pocketbook behind while at the Wendy's restaurant in Monticello. Store surveillance video showed a couple grabbing the pocketbook and leaving the building. It contained a cell phone, credit cards, and an iPad that police were able to trace using a GPS tracking system to an apartment house in the village. Officers then remotely activated an iCloud alarm system on the iPad, leading them directly to the apartment of 56-year-old Zaquarnitri Legrand and 66-year-old Esau Wise. Both have been charged with the felonies of grand larceny and criminal possession of stolen property. It had resided in the steeple of the Newburgh Courthouse building for more than a century until it was removed because of safety concerns back in the 1970s. Well, since then, it's been in storage at the Orange County Historian's office in Goshen, but now the historic courthouse bell has a new home. Officials at SUNY Orange formally unveiled the refurbished bell in its new permanent display location at Kaplan Hall on the college's Newburgh campus. Local sculptor Stuart Sachs did the refurbishing work on the bell, which was forged back in 1842 and weighs in at nearly 500 pounds. Police in Saugerties had a different kind of fireworks to contend with following the actual fireworks show Saturday night at Cantine Field. Police got a call of a hit-and-run driver who had struck several parked cars and nearly hit a house on 2nd Street in the village. Vehicle then sideswiped an oncoming car, causing some minor injuries to the occupants of that vehicle. Saugerties police were then able to stop the car that was then being driven on a flat tire. 20-year-old Denise Torres Rodriguez of Kingston was charged with driving while under the influence of alcohol and leaving the scene of a personal injury accident. She was initially taken to Kingston Hospital for treatment of her intoxication. Torres Rodriguez is scheduled to appear in Saugerties Village Court July 28th to answer the charges. Estimates are about 1.8 million New York State residents currently need help with chemical dependency, and nearly half of the admissions for drug treatment are for addiction to opiates or heroin. Times Herald Record reporter Heather Yankin has been researching the issues surrounding the heroin epidemic. She says the spike in its use was something that law enforcement agencies and others had been predicting.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Heroin never really went away, and since the 70s, the last decade or two, the heroin's become a lot purer. It's much easier to snort it now. People can snort it to get high, which removes some of the stigma. And heroin, because it never really went away and it's been relatively cheap over the years, police have been telling me for a couple of years that they were expecting, as I-STOP came into play, as prescribing regulations got tighter, they were expecting people to turn to heroin, because when you're addicted to an opiate, you're addicted to an opiate, and you can't just stop.
First responders are being trained to administer naloxone that can reverse the effects of overdose. Last month, Lieutenant Thomas Murphy of Newburgh saved the life of a man who had overdosed just an hour after completing a class in the use of the antidote. You can see the entire interview with Heather Yankin and read her report here at Record Online. And a section of State Route 4455 in Ulster County will be renamed in honor of a local soldier who lost his life back in April. Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a bill that renames part of 4455 the Sergeant Shawn Michael Farrell Memorial Highway. The 24-year-old native of Accord was killed when his unit came under fire while on a mission. The stretch of 4455 to be dedicated in Sergeant Farrell's honor runs from the intersection with Route 209 in Warsing to Route 299 in Gardner. Hundreds of people lined area roads back on May 7th when the body of Sergeant Farrell was returned to Ulster County for the welcome home of a local hero who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to his country. High humidity could produce a few storms this week. Tomorrow will be partly sunny, hot and humid. Temperatures up around 90 degrees, and we could see a late-day thunderstorm. Pretty much the same story for Wednesday, with the threat of a thunderstorm later in the day. The highs will be in the upper 80s under a partly sunny sky. Well, stay informed by starting your day with the Times Herald Record, and stay connected to breaking news all day long right here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.